Hi there, followers. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about making payment to an overseas supplier. So we talked about quite a few things in this series on making payments that are important. So let's pivot a little bit and talk about how you can protect yourselves. And these are just some ways. We're going to have a little few more in this series on making payments. One is it's important that the documents and the information between the payment and the invoice from the supplier, as well as any other documents about the quality inspections that you need, everything matches. So you want to make sure that the product number matches, the product description, the HS code if you're using it, the company name. Is the company name on the invoice from the supplier the same as the company name to which the payment is being made? All of that needs to match. The amount needs to match. If there's some kind of an adjustment, then they need to issue a revised invoice. If they're adding on some sort of payment fee, it needs to be on the invoice. Everything needs to be documented, and all of the documents related to this transaction need to match. That's number one. The second thing is your invoice, the invoice that they send you needs to be exactly the same as the payment advice that you sent, the same description, everything that you're doing. Because I've seen too many problems where the company comes to me and says, we made payment for this tooling, we made payment for the shipment, and now we're having a problem with the supplier. Well, actually, they made payment to a different company name or a different dollar amount because it's two or three invoices, or there was a last minute change that wasn't documented. So you really want to make sure that everything matches, especially the invoice. Then the next way to protect yourself is, what are your payment terms? Obviously, paying 100% upfront when you make the order before they produce anything or ship is the most risky. And with a supplier, manufacturer that you don't have a relationship with, that can be a very difficult thing. So you want to be considering your payment terms. And so payment terms are, do we pay 100% upfront? Do we pay 50 when we place the order and 50% upon delivery when it reaches the ship or when it reaches our dock, in our home country? Do we pay 30% and 70%? Do we only make a payment if there's an inspection? Those are all payment terms. These are similar when we talk about Incoterms, which is another video. But you can have Incoterms and then more defined payment terms within that. The second is the method. If you're using a wire transfer, then there's fewer checks and balances. If you're using a letter of credit, which we have another video on, if you're using a letter of credit, that provides more checks and balances that the goods are exactly what it is you ordered. And there are different payment methods, different terms than this, but I just wanted to include this in this section on protecting yourself. So watch some of our other videos and take a look at our website for our classes on how to import and how to export. There's a great series on there. And if you send us a message, we'll give you a discount code.